Alright, today we're going to learn how to fry an egg. There's two ways to fry eggs, over easy or over hard, I guess you would call it for lack of a better word. Over easy, over medium. A couple of things you can need. I've already given you the list, but obviously eggs. Some cooking spray, even though this is a non-stick pan, it's a little older pan, so it has kind of lost some of its ability to be non-stick. So we're going to use a liberal amount of cooking spray, and your heat on medium-high heat. And you kind of want to let this thing warm up a bit, so you're going to check it with the back of your hand, because that's more sensitive. So you'll be able to feel the heat. You'll be able to feel the heat coming up. So you can give it a liberal spray, like so. Now you can use butter. You can use olive oil. That's what they're there for, but I prefer cooking spray, and in this case, olive oil-based cooking spray. You want to crack your eggs. You can crack them in the middle of the pan, crack them on the side. Just do so gently, and you don't want to get any of the shell in there if you can avoid it. So I usually just crack them and then pry them apart. Set them off to the side. You can see the egg whites already starting to show up. Now I have two eggs. The yolks are not broken. To make an over easy egg, you don't do anything. You leave the yolk the way it is. To do over hard, quick tap like that will break that yolk out. I also like to spray my spatulas. Plastic or metal, doesn't matter. It helps them slide over those eggs better. So now, we just got to wait for it to cook. You'll see the whites getting a little more solid. Takes a minute and a half, 2 minutes per each side. So it's just a matter of a waiting game. I'm not going to make you wait through all of it. So. All right, I brought the camera in a little bit closer so you can get a little more detail. You can see that the whites are starting to firm up a little bit. If I flip one over just a little, it hasn't quite started changing color yet. You're kind of looking to get that just a little bit of brown in there, just to make it a little more solid when you do go flip it over. Flipping over the eggs, pretty easy process. You just slide this bad boy up underneath it. Don't even have to be all the way, and I'll demonstrate that here in just a minute. But once you flip it, you've got about another minute left. That's really all it takes to make a simple egg breakfast. Some people add things to it, like onions or whatever. But so here I have my spatula, sliding it up under the eggs. You can go with a bigger spatula or a smaller one. And then all I'm going to do is just gently roll them over. And there we go. We give that about a minute on this side. I add just a wee bit of pepper and salt for mine, because that's just how I prefer them. But there's not much to cooking an egg breakfast. People pair them with hash browns. A sliced tomato is good. Any fruit, of course, nice and healthy. Some people put cheese on it. Others will use butter spray. Squirt, squirt, squirt. Just really depends on your personal preference. I'm going to grab myself a little bit of hot sauce to go with mine. But you can check the firmness of the egg by tapping it. You can see that one's still just a little bit runny. That one's still a little bit runny. So the amount of doneness is definitely a personal preference thing. But it's really that simple. So all that's left is when it's done cooking, slide it off the pan onto a plate. All right. Hope this works for you. Hope you picked up a couple of things. See you guys soon.